Disappointed in the outcome of the game. Want to credit Coach Chris and his staff and his young men. Obviously, they made the plays in the second half that make the difference in a game. For us to give up 2 turnovers that led to touchdowns, that ends up being the difference in the game. So obviously credit to their guys and especially to their defense. I thought our defense gave us every opportunity to win the game. I'm really proud of those guys. And, obviously disappointed in the outcome. I was prepped that you're going to ask me about 2-point plays. So I'm going to give you a couple things. Number one, there's a YouTube video on John Harbaugh. That'll be my number one point of reference. My second point of reference will be when you're down 15, you go for 2 because those are the analytics that we pull to try to shorten a game, have less possessions to win the game. You go for 2 early, which unfortunately a lot of people don't believe in, which we subscribe to be able to know what you have to go for at the end of the game. So those are things that we talk about. It's on our chart. I brought my chart as evidence. If anybody would like to come see it, you can take a picture of it. So that's what you do. You do those analytics. We work with some analytics companies on 2-point plays, and that was a decision in that. You can't ever know what's going to happen next, so you have to assume we got to score as many points as we can right here, right now. So that's the thought process behind that. So I'd love to do a class at Northwestern on analytics, but I'm not going to. So with that, how about some questions?
So Taylor, what is it that you guys do that keeps him in check? He worked for his 100 yards.
Yeah, well, I think first of all, our guys do a really good job of fitting gaps. And, Paul and his offensive staff do a really good job, formation variations and play concept to try to create an extra gap. And you saw that a lot, how they were uncertain to our bubble. Early, we misfitted a couple times, but then I thought Hank and the defensive staff really settled in and had a pretty good idea where they were trying to attack us. And then that Wisconsin's going to adjust, and then you got to be prepared for that. So, credit Paul and his staff. They do an outstanding job, but we've just been very fortunate to fit gaps, and then we've tackled well. He really didn't get out except for the 4th down play where, I couldn't quite see it, but it looked like we gave ourselves up, kind of bury ourselves a little bit, and then we had an inexperienced player at safety, getting in his first safety action that missed a tackle. So disappointed in that, but he's a great player. Again, like I said on Monday, I'd vote for him for the Heisman. Yeah, you're trying to shorten. You're trying to get as many points as I can right here, right now, and work with our analytics team to be able to get it done. And so that was a no-brainer for us based on our analytics that we do on our pre-game checklist. So it's stuff that we do every week.
And there really is a John Harbaugh YouTube video on the topic too.
I wouldn't make it up.
Now, Coach, I understand from an analytical point of view, but when you're looking at those play calls with potentially the first 2-point conversion and then potentially some more down the line, are you calling your best 2-point conversion play on that first play, that shovel pass play? Was that your guys' best play?
We thought it would work, yeah. We did.
But that's your number one go-to play in that situation?
No, we game plan 2-point plays every week.
Okay.
So we saw some things we liked on tape down there, and it didn't work.
Yeah, sorry. For this week, it was your go-to play.
Yeah, we would not have called it unless we thought it would work. Again, I'll go back to what I said Monday. 90 hours. I don't play we in golf. We work our butts off to put the right plays together. When they don't work, it's our fault.
So going for 2 seems like a premeditated decision that you guys were in the off season. Did you sit down with these analytics companies and they explained to you that this is what you do with this situation? And what was that conversation like where you learned that going for 2 is the best thing to do in that situation?
No comment.
What's the quarterback situation now with Hunter's health and Aiden?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know yet with Hunter. And I'll tell you why I'm not answering your question in a minute. I don't know what's going on with Hunter, but I'm really proud of the way Aiden stepped up. He made a big mistake, but I thought he improved as his experience went on in the game. And as I told him at the end of the game, I grabbed him and I was really proud of the way that he fought through the end of the game. So a ton to teach from and a ton to learn from, and that's what we plan to do.
Honestly, for a long stretch of the game, it looked like it would be impossible for any quarterback to really thrive. Did you feel like the blocking was just not good? It seemed like there were unblocked blitzers constantly.
Yep, there's some things that we've got to coach a lot better, to be quite honest with you, Teddy, because there's some things that are there that we just, for whatever reason, we're not seeing it, and we've got to help our guys see it better. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be relentlessly positive, and we're just going to keep coaching the heck out of them. So, yep. It was the same pressure the whole day. It was field off the edge, boundary off the edge. It wasn't anything exotic. That's what's disappointing.
It was one of the ones maybe Hunter didn't see. It was like a 3rd and 1. Did you want him to keep the option? Okay.
So I'm not going to answer your question because I'm not going to give away trade secrets, if that makes sense. That's why.
Like, were you explained to at one point that this is the best thing to do? Like, was it a learning experience for you?
It's a little bit too deep for me to. Of course. Okay, so yeah, no, I mean, of course I learned. Absolutely.
Coach, you talk about that field edge and boundary edge pass rushing. It seemed like a lot of the time that those free rushers were coming, especially when you only had 5 men on the offensive line, with potentially Jesse Brown or John Moten available to you in those passing sets. Would you have kept a running back in more often to help with that pressure?
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Stuff we see all the time. So
So when you say it's disappointing because you see it all the time, are you disappointed in your offensive line for not handling that, or is that on the
I'm
floor?
disappointed in all of us. You know, we got to do a better job as coaches. We got to give them a plan that they can see and they can execute. And when we're not seeing some things, and guys come over to the sideline and say, "I should have done this," number one, I'm proud of them because they own it. But number two, we've got to do a better job coaching it. And if they know the answer but they don't see it in the moment, that's on us, and that's what we got to do a better job of. That's on us, and it starts with me. So that's what I'm most disappointed in. We thought we had some pretty good. That's why we kept coming back to it, and we kept missing some things that you just kind of go, well, we got a lot of work to do.
Is the punt, the block in the back on the punt, is that one of those where he knows he can't do that?
Was it in the back or was it in the side? I couldn't see from my vantage point. You got
Unnecessary either way because the guy's not going to make the tackle.
So you're saying the call was unnecessary? The flag was unnecessary?
Act of blocking wherever
Yeah, I mean, that guy's trying to make a football play. I'm not going to sit there and nitpick guys. It looked to me from where I was standing, it was a side block. But I'm never going to question the officiating. It's a bang-bang play. It's tough. But, yeah, you should never block behind the ball. It's bad coaching. It's my fault.
You went with Drake much more than Isaiah, just personal preference, or anything like that?
IB's been grinding through injuries, man, and I'm so proud of how tough he is. Without a doubt, just really proud of how tough he is. And so just trying to get the guy out there who's got a chance to make some plays, and IB was in the mix a little bit, but, that's a decision that, quite frankly, I leave up to Lou's discussions with those guys on the boundary. I had 99 other problems. If it was Drake or IB was not one in today's game.
Coach, defensively, it seemed like you guys had a lot of things going on in the first half with safeties really pressuring high and being able to attack and get the job done. Is that something specifically for Wisconsin, or you want to go downhill and attack Taylor, or is that just something you want to do more aggressive?
Yeah, no, it goes back to the initial question. They're going to add an extra blocker in areas that you have to be prepared to fit it properly, and so they're going to have a hat for your front seven. That's a beautiful thing about their offense, is they've got a hat for everybody, and you've got to be able to have support then fit it properly. Sometimes it's a corner, sometimes it's the safeties. It just depends on the look that they give you. But when you play Wisconsin, all 11 have to be ready to defend the run. Otherwise, you're going to be one gap short. So, I was really proud of the plan and the way we adjusted to what they ended up and how they decided to attack us. And then, really, really proud of the guys.
And then it seemed like Willick and Pace both had really good games from that safety spot.
Yeah.
Was there something you thought they really improved on from last week, open field tackling, or something else?
No, I just think they just trusted themselves and played the way they're capable of. I think they're two really great players. I think they've just had maybe a little bit of a slow start to the beginning of the year, but they're both full of pride and both really have great confidence in themselves, and I think they just came up and trusted themselves. We had a great week of practice. Guys really worked hard, came up here prepared, and we got ourselves in a one-score game midway through the third quarter. I don't think many of you thought that was going to happen, and probably anybody across the country. And so we got a good football team. We're just not playing consistent enough. We're not taking care of the ball enough. I mean, when you lose 2 games, when your defense doesn't give up the points for the reason why you lose, that makes it tough to win. So you got to stick together. You got to play together. We got to coach our guys to play cleaner. And then there's a lot of ball left in the season. So we've put ourselves obviously in a hole, but the only way you dig it out is just keep working hard, and I know the guys will.
Your special team kind of carried you guys in the game.
Yeah. I think overall it was solid. I think stealing a couple of possessions was critical in the opportunity to win the game. Again, it goes back to the thought process of trying to be as aggressive as we can. And, the guys made some huge plays. And, really proud of them for that. Charlie's now been on a nice little roll, kicking the ball really well. And, if we didn't take the sack there, going back to analytics, we were going to kick the field goal, right? So you'd kick the field goal there, but we take the sack. Now we're out of field goal range. So, a lot of teaching and coaching moving forward for the Wildcat football coaching staff. We can't do some of those things that we just did. Yes, please.
Last year, I think after the Michigan game, when you came really close against them, you said like you were close to putting it all together, and then you guys went on that nice run. At 1-3 again, starting the season, how close do you think you are right now?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think outside of the self-inflicted wounds, I think we're really close. No team is good enough to give up 14 points to an opponent and expect to win a lot of games consistently. So that cannot happen, period. It's end of discussion. We can't give up a touchdown and expect to win games, so let alone 2 against a very good football team. So that's really disappointing. We've got to take care of the ball better. I mean, that's you guys have covered us for a long time. We take care of the ball. We take it away. We win close games. It's been kind of our calling card. It's been our hallmark. We have confidence in those games. I mean, there wasn't one guy on our boundary who didn't think we were going to win that game, all the way through the end. I mean, we thought we were going to kick a field goal or score, and let's go get another onside kick. So, our guys, I think, have great confidence and trust in themselves. I think they're doing a good job of focusing on what they can control. It's the way they're preparing. And we've just got to work diligently to have our quarterbacks and our entire offense take care of the ball and obviously be much more efficient.